Hi guys, did you know that Nick Ferrari is on a salary of something like £78,000 a month? Well, he gets paid the big bucks due to his sharp intellect and deep understanding of politics. I'm joking. I have no idea why he's handed so much cash per month by LBC. Anyway, he clearly doesn't understand how politics or political parties work, as he criticized the Democrats in general and Kamala Harris, the current Vice President of the US, in particular, for engaging in politics. Ferrari has had some terrible takes, but this has to be one of his worst yet. Have a listen.
It was only last week she was telling us all that President Biden was fine. So you've got a presidential candidate who's either very stupid or just lies openly. Which do you want it to be? Because I would imagine outside of Joe Biden and his doctors and his core team, few people saw the sad mistakes that Biden was making. Few people have seen it more and picked up than the vice president. So she was still peddling the lie last week, happy to try and persuade not so much you and I, unless you happen to be living in the United States of America or you have a vote here, but trying to lie to hundreds of millions of Americans. He's fine, he's doing great, he's the man, oh, he's fantastic. Then no, absolutely no, I need to take over. Why do they treat us as such fools?
Does Nick Ferrari not understand how politics works? Does he not understand how political parties work? Is he new to all of this? Hey, when Boris Johnson was Prime Minister, Boris Johnson would lie through his teeth. Boris Johnson was a compulsive, and still is, a compulsive, pathological liar. But at no stage did we expect ministers in his administration to come out and openly criticize him and call for him to go, no matter what sort of things he did, until it became tenable that he had to go. But we weren't expecting them, backbenchers or ministers, cabinet secretaries of state or whatever, to come out and say Boris Johnson has to go. Boris Johnson is a liar. Because what would happen to them? They would have the whip removed. They would be sanctioned in some way. They would be kicked out of the party. So that's why they don't do these things. Like, what was Nick Ferrari expecting the vice president to do from the very beginning? Well, Joe Biden is not fit for president. The alternative is, of course, Donald Trump. So you have to go and vote for Donald. There's a choice here for the American people. It was Joe Biden or Donald Trump. You were expecting the current vice president, and she's still vice president until the 20th of January, I think it is. You're expecting the current vice president to undermine Joe Biden in some way in an election year. What part of politics does Nick Ferrari not get? Does he not understand that political parties are made up of members and made up of candidates for political office, and these candidates have to back each other, even if they have disagreements? There were people within Boris Johnson's administration who hated Boris Johnson, but they had to toe the party line and say, yes, Boris Johnson is a great prime minister. I support Boris Johnson. We were not expecting them to say something different, because that's politics. Once again, is Nick Ferrari new to this? And why is he paid so much money if he doesn't understand these basic concepts? I don't know what else to say about this. It's just beyond ridiculous. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.